Hey everyone. During Black Friday, Walmart was selling the ASUS Vivobook 14-inch OLED laptop for $649. So I figured that I would try it out to see if it would be a good fit for me. Also, finding a laptop with an OLED screen at this price point is unheard of, so I had to get it to try it out. For the price you can't go wrong, minus the fact that this laptop has 8 gigs of RAM, which unfortunately is a downfall, since I found out that the memory is soldered onto the motherboard from the video last week. In case you missed it, the link is in the description, but you'll see in this video that the memory is soldered on board. The color of the laptop is called cooled blue, and the body of it is constructed of what appears to be aluminum, with the bottom being plastic. Specs overall look pretty good on paper. This particular version has a Core i5-11300H processor, 8 gigs of memory, 256 gig SSD, a beautiful 14-inch OLED screen with a resolution of 2880 by 1800, Intel Xe integrated graphics, a 720p webcam with a privacy shutter, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth, and Windows 10 Home, which is upgradable to Windows 11. It also has an impressive selection of ports, including a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port, 2 USB 2.0 ports, a Thunderbolt 4 port, which allows an external graphics card to be connected, HDMI 1.4 port, a 3.5mm combo audio jack, a dedicated charging port, although you can charge the laptop through the Thunderbolt 4 USB-C port, and finally a micro SD card reader. Build quality is overall pretty good, and I would say it is above average for a consumer-based laptop, and surprisingly, there isn't much keyboard flex. Everything is pretty much run-of-the-mill for a laptop underneath, and as you can see near the left fan, the memory is soldered on, and the motherboard appears to be the same as the Vivobook 14X that has dedicated graphics, with the exception that the 14X has a GPU soldered on. One thing to note for anyone contemplating purchasing the 14X is that the GPU and processor share the same fan and heatsink. So if you do go with the 14X, the processor and more than likely the GPU are going to throttle pretty badly when gaming. While running benchmarks and video encoding tests, the laptop didn't throttle much at all, surprisingly. I did record this, but decided in the end not to put it in as to not bore you guys too much. As you can see, webcam performance isn't that great, but sufficient. The speakers are also average and sound tinny more than anything else.
Tried to let go of all of the nonsense that you put me through. I give it up to you. I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited. You wanna hold me close, but I know what you have to. Yeah. Why are you hiding? Tell me what.
All benchmarks were run 3 times and averaged. InnovaBench averaged a score of 1929 with a high of 1934. Cinebench R20 multi-core averaged 2358 with a high score of 2382, and a single core performance average 509 with a high score of 512. Cinebench R23 multi-core averaged 2825 with a high score of 5975, and single core performance averaged 1394 with a high score of 1422. Finally, re-encoding a 4-minute 31-second video averaged an encoding speed of 27 frames per second and took 4 minutes and 4 seconds to encode. And now the best part of the laptop, scaling the OLED screen to 100% in all of its glory. In my opinion, if it wasn't for the fact that the laptop only has 8 gigs of RAM, I probably would have kept this laptop. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.